So now student, in our previous session I had told you that we can store number in our computer in the form of octal, decimal and hexadecimal numbers and so on. And there is one more question arises, that how can you store characters in our computer? So there must be some alphanumeric code through which we can save our numbers as well as our characters in your computer system. So according to the requirement, a complete alphanumeric code would include the 26 lowercase letters, 26 uppercase letters, 10 numeric digits, 7 punctuation marks and anywhere from 20 to 40 other characters like plus, minus, subtraction, hash, percentage, asterisk and so on. So that we can say that an alphanumeric code represent all of the various characters and functions that are found on an standard typewriter or the keyboard. Now moving forward, the first code we have that the ASCII code. So the full form of this code is the American Standard Code for Information Interchange. This code was designed in early 60s as a standard character sets for the computer and electronic devices. It is a 7-bit code, so it has 2 to the power 7 is equal to 128 possible code groups. This is more than enough to represent all the standard keyboard characters as well as control functions such as return and line feed functions also. So it contains the number from 0 to 9, the upper and the lower case English letters from A to Z and some special characters also. The character set used in modern computers in HTML and on the internet are all based on the ASCII. So initially it was used for electronic communication. With the advent of computerization, considerable work has been undertaken to facilitate the use of Indian languages on computer. These activities were generally limited to specific languages and were independent exercises of various organizations, so thus making the data interchange impossible. In such a scenario, it was important to have a common standard for coding Indian script. So in this scenario, in 1991, a standard code was developed. The name is Indian Standard Code for Information Interchange. This code is also known as Indian Script Code for Information Interchange. This is an 8-bit code capable of encoding 2 to the power 8 is equal to 256 characters. This code retains all ASCII characters and often coding for Indian scripts also. It encodes the main Indic script and a Roman transliteration. So by using this code, it became possible to exchange the data among various organizations. Also, this code has been made mandatory for the data being collected by organizations like the Election Commission and for the project as Land Record Project, etc. This code supported scripts are Assamese, Bengalis, Devanagari, Gujarati, Gurmukhi, Kannada, Malayalam, Uriya, Tamil and Telugu. So many languages are supported by this code. So now what are the basic difference between the ASCII code and ISCII code? So the ASCII code is a 7-bit encoding scheme, whereas ISCII code was the 8-bit encoding scheme. This is an extension of the ASCII code. Now starting with the Unicode. So before the invention of the Unicode, there were hundreds of different coding systems for assigning these numbers. No single encoding could contain enough characters. For example, the European Union alone requires several different encoding to cover all its languages. Even for a single language like English, no single encoding was adequate for all the letters, punctuation, and technical symbols in common use. As these encoding schemes also conflict with one another, that is, two encoding can use the same number for two different characters or use different number for the same characters. For example, the character code 0xFF represents Y in West European code page, while the same code represents R in Russian code page. So, Unicode is developed as a universal character set with an aim that to define all the characters needed for writing the majority of known language in use on computers in one place, and to be a superset of all other character sets that have encoded. Now some encoding terms that are important terms in order to encoding schemes. The first one is encoding scheme. So you can say encoding scheme is a set of rules or a predefined way through which you can convert the information character by character into the machine understandable language. Means by using this particular scheme or rule, you can convert any character into the machine understandable language. Next term is code space. So it refers to all the codes that an encoding scheme uses to represent characters, means a set of code used by any encoding scheme to represent the character is called the code space. Now the next is code print. So it refers to a code that represents a single character from the character set represented by a coding scheme. Means simply you can say a single representing scheme or a single term, a single code through which you can represent a single character by an encoding scheme is called the code print. Now you have many encoding schemes in Unicode. There are mainly three are given, that is UTF-8, UTF-16 and UTF-32. The full form of UTF is Unicode Transformation Format. Now the first is UTF-8, means it is a variable width encoding that can represent every character in Unicode character set. Means it does not have fixed width encoding. For each and every character set, it encoded the character in the variable width. It is called an octet, means the way in which the UTF did the coding is called an octet, means a set of 8 bits. It can uses maximum 1 to 6 octets, means it has various formation such as 1 octet, 2 octet, 3 octet representation, but maximum it has gone to the 4 octet representation. So it is an idea of Ken Thompson. He was the one of the creator of the Unix, and it is the most favorite coding scheme for many websites. So while making the websites, 90% website makers choose the UTF-8 techniques. So in the similar way, the next technique is UTF-16. So UTF-16 is also a variable length encoding scheme. It uses either 4 bytes or 2 bytes to represent Unicode points. And the last is UTF-32. It is a fixed length encoding scheme and it uses exactly 4 bytes to represent all the encoding points. So this is all about the character representation, in which you had seen that how the characters are stored in the computer scheme by using various codes like ASCII, Indian script code and Unicodes. Thank you.